It should be an eye-opener for everybody. And then with the short-term rental ban, like the city of Kelowna, I've been hearing more and more. We should have Ryan Smith on again to talk about this, because I think he's recommending that they bring back short-term rentals to the city. But the problem with this is that it's not really up to the city. If our vacancy rate lowers again to under 2 or under 3 or whatever it is, whatever it's supposed to be, like I think the choices just get taken off the table, because they're talking about applying to the province to have an exemption for a certain amount of buildings, whether it's the same ones that were before or not. Obviously, we don't know exactly what he's going to recommend, but if he even does that, that only applies if it's over the vacancy rate. So we have a lot of rental buildings coming up right now. I don't foresee the vacancy rate going down in the next 2 years or like in the short-term time frame, but like for a restaurant or a business to open up, they kind of got to look longer term than that. And if you just have no idea what's going to happen in 3-4 years, like how do you build a business when you just don't know what's going to go down?
Totally. Yeah, we really need the vacancy to be above that 3%, but then they also need to lobby at Parliament for an exclusion on, saying, hey, these specific property addresses, these buildings that are purposely built for, a resort style community, short-term rentals, whatever happens to vacancy should not matter. Like we need some commitment.
No, exactly.
Provincially.
It can't just change every few years. Like, that's crazy. How is anyone supposed to plan anything like that? It feels like we've obviously talked about this a ton on the show, but when something happens, we just pull all the levers to try and fix it. And then it goes the other way. Now you almost don't want to pull all the levers the other way. Like, for the love of God, just let things work out a bit, right? Less intervention and just follow the market kind of where it's at. It's a tough one to do, like it's not just up to the city. And I feel like the city kind of got behind themselves a bit when they took the legislation that the province passed and then added more on top, right? So they made it more cumbersome than even the province said. And now they're going back the other way to try and claw that back to less than what the province says. It almost erodes the credibility they have with the province with this.
Oh, totally. City of West Kelowna and Penticton have both been pushing back against it pretty aggressively. Now they're allowed to, obviously, with vacancy rates where they are. But we need Kelowna to jump on board a bit more and touch base with the local entrepreneurs like Casey as well. Like these are guys that they should be hearing their voice a little bit more.
Like you have an experienced owner with resources in the high profile locations that still is having a tough time. It's just like, it should be an eye opener for everybody.